Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. How is everyone doing? To all my returning subscribers, thank you all so much. I love you guys so much. If you're new, you're very welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Also turn on the notification bell so you know whenever I upload a new video. So today I'll be showing you how I made this delicious Afang soup using dry Afang leaves. To know how I made it, please keep watching. So for my ingredients, I used goat meat, codfish fillet, tripe, snails, periwinkles, pepper, onion, spinach, crayfish, and palm oil. So I started off by blending the Afang leaves. You can pound your leaves if you want. Next, I blended the pepper with the onion. So now I cooked my meat with my pre-boiled codfish fillet. I added some chunks of onion in order to make it easier for me to remove later on. So I added seasoning, salt, and some water and allowed to cook for some minutes. Now I removed the chunks of onion. I'm going to discard the chunks of the onions. You can blend your onions, you can slice your onions, you can do whatever you want to do, but for this particular recipe I decided to add chunks of onion. Next, I added my snails. You can cut your snails to smaller pieces. Next, I added my already cooked tripe. So I added more water. You can add as much water as you want, depends on the consistency of your soup, how you want it to be. So now I'm slicing my spinach. Those in Nigeria always use water leaves, but it's hard to get water leaves in the UK, but you can always use spinach if you're in the diaspora like me, and it always comes out good as well. So this Afang soup is a local delicacy in Cross River State and Akwa Ibom. So my Akwa Ibom friend actually taught me how to cook this Afang soup many years ago. And back home people use the fresh leaves, and I use fresh leaves as well. Whenever my husband goes to Nigeria or anyone is coming, my mom brings fresh Afang leaves for me. But this particular Afang leaves got dried in my fridge, and I've been enjoying my dry Afang leaves. So now I've added the periwinkles, the blended pepper, and I'm going to give it a good mix. So I combined thoroughly. At this point you can taste for seasoning if you need to add more salt or seasoning. So next I'm adding my palm oil. This oil is produced by my friend in Nigeria, Masego Hills. You can check them out on Instagram, and I'm going to leave the link in in the description box, so you can always visit them. And if you're in the UK and you want this oil, contact me please. It is really tasty. So I've allowed to cook for some minutes. Next, I'm adding my Barracuda fish, the dry one, or smoked one rather. Now I'm going to combine properly. You can see how the sauce is looking. So now you can add more vegetables if you prefer, however you want it. So I've added my crayfish. I'm going to combine thoroughly. Some people prefer adding crayfish from the very beginning, but for me it all depends on the recipe I'm making. For some recipes I love adding crayfish towards the end to add that special flavor to the recipe. So like I was saying, for your afang leaves you can either add more spinach or more afang leaves, but for me this was just perfect for me. So next I'm adding the blended afang leaves just to rehydrate the leaf. So normally the afang leaves would have come after the spinach, but because the leaves are dry, so I decided to rehydrate them by cooking to soften them before adding the spinach. So if you normally use dry afang leaves to cook your afang soup, do let me know in which order you make yours. Does the spinach come before the dry afang leaves or this way? I really want to know so I can improve in my cooking. So I covered and allowed to cook for some minutes before adding the spinach. So like I said, it all depends on the consistency of the soup that you want. So if you want it more watery, then you add more water before adding the spinach. Also consider spinach has a high water content level. My afang leaf soup all looking delicious, ready. And please ignore the green look of the soup. There is palm oil. Like we all know, afang leaves are green, and no matter how much oil you add, you will be deceived. So just be careful so you don't eat too much of palm oil. So our soup is all ready to be served. You can serve this with whatever you want. So we've come to the end of this video. Don't forget to hit the like button to motivate me. Share this video with your friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.